Hi friends, Tracy.bish here, Stampin Up demonstrator in Australia. Welcome to the Global Monthly Video Hop for February. Super excited that you're here. If you are new here, our group gets together each month with a new theme, and we're Stampin Up demonstrators from around the world. So you're getting all around the world demonstrators, so much different styles and fun. And I'm super excited to be sharing with you this month's theme, creating alternate ideas or projects using kits, whether it be paper pumpkin from the kit collection. We're also using both current and retired, so that's super fun. But you're going to get lots and lots of different ideas by following the hop along. So for my project today, I'm actually using the Birthday Fancy Kit, which is a current kit from the kit collection. It's a birthday theme kit, and so elegant and beautiful. This is this one here. Look at all those cakes. Can't go wrong with cakes. We're actually going to be creating a little treat idea that we could give out to people on their birthday, or maybe as a thank you gift for someone coming to a birthday party. And I filled that with a nice little cake treat inside. This one is strawberry slush, but we're going to be doing a different version this time around. So 2 different versions using this kit. All right, let's get over and see how the kit all works. Okay, so let's take a look at the Birthday Fancy Kit. I think this is just a really gorgeous kit. Lots and lots of designs and samples you can create. So lots of cards there. The kit has everything included to create those cards, with instructions and ideas. Full color photos as well, which is fantastic. And some more there as well. The coordinating colors are Darling Duckling, Fresh Freesia, Lost Lagoon, Petal Pink, Strawberry Slush and Gold. So that's that. Let's have a quick look through the kit. There is a Lost Lagoon ink pad or Stampin' Spot. We have a stamp set, and with the English version, we have Sweetest Birthday Wishes, Let's Eat Cake, Happiest Birthdays, Sending You Happy Birthday Wishes for You, Time to Celebrate, and Wishing You Another Year as Sweet as You, which great sentiments in this set. It has the block, some tear and tape, and as well as some mini glue dots. And then look at this whole kit. Oh, as well, a huge sheet of dimensionals, so you've got lots and lots there. Here are the card envelopes. So you've got a great gold flecking envelope, and then lots and lots of pieces. But the card bases, there are 3 different designs. So we've got the gold fleck, which is gorgeous. We've got balmy blue, and then the petal pink stripe. So those are the 3 card bases. We're not actually making cards, so we're just going to be using this kit. But we have some white die cuts for labels, and you have so many things in here. I need to sneeze. Okay, some beautiful blues and pinks and lovely pieces. So lots of pieces that you can stamp on, just use as decoration. More gold fleck. And then look at these. So this comes, actually, let's look at this one. It comes like that. So you can use it just this piece, or you can use the 2 pieces together. Take this off. Ugh. Like so. So you could use them together, which is so pretty. And then you've got the off section as well that you can decorate with. And look at all these. So I have used one of these on that sample, and I just cut it in half. But we've got some great little doilies. But look at all the treats that are in here. We've got macaroons, some cherries in a bowl. We've got lemon pie, maybe some little flowers, little teacups, and lots of beautiful cakes. So I really like this dome one, but it's just a little bit too big for my box. So lots and lots. I think I might use something like this, but we'll come back to that once we start decorating. So that is the kit. You can use it to create boxes like I am today, or you can make some really great birthday cards. Now this is a great one to be able to really get a good head start on your birthday selection of cards for the year. So here is the little box that I've created. It says let's eat cake all the way around. We're going to do that again. So I used one of these half doilies as well as one of these labels, and I cut that in half as well. We've got a cake and some macarons, and this is just gorgeous. Now this twine is actually a retired twine that I've still got in my stash. I just needed something a little bit to frilly it up a little bit. There is no embellishments in this kit, but I think that this just looks so cute with that gold foiling in there as well. So you can use what you have in your stash. There's no problems in that. So this one is strawberry slush, and we open it up and I've got that cute little single serve cake. This is an angel cake by Mr. Kipling. I believe these are actually made in the UK, but we get them here in Australia. So I really like things that are, you know, individually served, which makes great little treat ideas. So that is what we're going to make again, a little bit different. Again, this is strawberry slush. I thought we might bring in one of the other colors in this set, and I really like doing pinks, so we're going to do petal pink for this one. Let me get my trimmer out and we can cut and do all our scoring for our box as well. So I need the cardstock to measure 8 1/4, which is what our A4 cardstock measures at. But then I need to cut it down to 9 5/8. So let's do that quickly. There we go. And then we're going to do some scoring now. So on the 9 5/8 inch side, we're going to score at 1 inch. Let's see if I can move some of my stuff so I'm a little bit more in view. That's a better idea. Okay, so let's start 1 inch, 2 5/8, 7 inches, and 8 5/8. I'm going to turn it to the 8 1/4 inch side. We're going to score at 1 5/8, 3 5/8, 5 1/4, and 7 1/4. So we have our box ready to go. Let's bring in a bone folder, and we're just going to burnish on all of those score lines. Now burnishing and using a bone folder does a couple of different things. It helps your box to go together. It also makes it nice and crisp edges, which makes it look a little bit more professional once it's done. Gives it those nice clean lines, which is amazing. Okay, now we have the larger piece in the middle and then 2 smaller squares on, well, they're not really squares, they're rectangles on the side. I'm going to move it this way, and then so we have these 2 are the same. On this one we have a decent size all the way along, but then this one is that 1 inch score line. So I'm going to leave it on this side to do all my cutting, and this is going to be like the flap of our box going together. So I'm going to use my larger scissors to cut this down. Okay, now to start off with, we're going to go on the very left hand side, and I'm going to cut up to that 2nd score line. And we're going to take this little rectangle down the bottom completely off. The next one, we're just going to cut up to that 2nd score line. This is going to be the side closure to our box, and then we're going to cut up to the 2nd score line again, and taking off our little rectangle down the bottom. And then these 4 tabs here, we're going to take that completely off. So we'll cut to that second score line, like so. So that gives us one side of the box. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So this is the one that we cut down that little rectangle and cut down to the second score line. So down to the second score line and cutting off the rectangle. This one's going to be our side closure. So cutting to the second score line and again on the next one. And then this one here, we're going to take off that little rectangle. And then these 2 here, we're going to take off completely, just like the other side. I'll finish with my larger scissors. I'm going to bring my little snips in, and I'm going to do some little miter cutting here. So this is the actual closure of our box. So we're going to do a miter cut on each side, and then let's focus on the sides here. So we're going to miter cut on each of those rectangles. Like so. This tab here that we're chopping off right now is the inside closure to the box. Taking all these little pieces off. Come to the other side, and we're going to do the exact same. Like with most boxes, you do the same to both sides. And I didn't cut up this one very well, so I'm just going to neaten that up a little bit. Cut that tab, and then this last one as well. Okay. I'm going to get rid of these pieces, and then I want to show you that template. So if you want to make this at home, you'll be able to. So I have to move it just so I can get a good image of it. That gives us a nice little box. Okay, now before we get started and put all our adhesive on, we also need to make sure that as we stamp around the box, as you can see, we want to be stamping the right way around. Now, if you're not stamping a sentiment, maybe you're stamping a pattern, it really doesn't matter how you stamp it. But because I'm stamping sentiment, I want to make sure that it's actually going the right way. Okay, so looking at our little side tab here, this is going to be the base of the box. Actually, you probably can't see. This one is the base of the box. So these 2 here are the sides, and these 2 pieces here are the sides. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that as we stamp around, we have this up the right way. So as it sits this way, if we stamp our sentiment across here, it'll be up the right way. Then we turn it, we're going to stamp it, this piece here up the right way. Turn it. In this section here, we'll be stamping our piece up the right way, and then this is the front of the box. So you want to make sure that this is also up the right way. Let me grab out that stamp set. And for the last one, I did the Let's Eat Cake. I think we might do that again. What do you think? We'll do it again, pretty much the same. We'll just use a few different little design elements, so it'll still look a little bit different. But I'm also going to bring in Petal Pink ink. You could also, that's a tone on tone ink. If you don't have the same color, one thing you can do is you could use Versamark ink, which will give you that watermark ink, which will look really good. It does dry a little bit darker. It won't be as dark as this, but you'll still be able to see it. Or you could go with a darker color as well. So this is Petal Pink. You could use a darker pink on there. So whether you want to use a strawberry slush so it goes the same. I'm I'm just thinking maybe I want to do the strawberry slush on the petal pink. No, let's not. We'll go with the tone on tone. So I have my ink pad, I have my stamp, and like I said, this section, this section, this section, and this section, so these 4 pieces are what we're going to be stamping. And as long as you're stamping it with the piece to the front, it's going to be up the right way. Okay, so I'm going to start, I did 3 along here, so I started in the middle, and then I'm going to stamp 1 on each side. This actually fits in perfectly. Depending on what stamp you use, you might have to rearrange a little bit, but I want to stamp off here, but I don't want to stamp on my tab. So I'm just going to grab a scrap piece of paper, this one here will do, just to mask off that tab there. Actually, that's going to be too thick, so we'll just use the one level, and that's going to let me stamp it without stamping on that tab. And we'll do that again. Okay, so there is one side. I know it's a little bit hard to see because it's very light. So if we turn it this way, this tab here, which is going to be the side where I get a stamp, this actually fits 3 all the way along. So stamp in the middle, 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Turning it again, this is the bottom of the box, probably the worst color I've chosen to show you. This is the bottom of the box, this is going to be the back side of the box. So we're going to stamp in the middle again, and then down the bottom on both sides, top, both sides. So hopefully you've had a chance to go over and take a look what everyone else has been creating with this month's theme using kits, alternative uses of kits. I do like to make alternatives for kits quite regularly. So if you haven't, so I've just turned it around, this is the one we're going to stamp, so I'm going to stamp in the middle first and then top and bottom. If you haven't seen my channel before, there are kit alternatives in my videos that you can take a look at, and I would love it if you did. If you have just sort of found my channel, please hit that subscribe button as well, and follow all of my videos. So as you see, once we pop this together, we have stamped all the way around perfectly. Okay, so let's add our adhesive. So back to the front, I'm going to use my tear and tape, and although I'm using just my normal tear and tape, there is tear and tape in this kit. So I'll let you know some of the things that I haven't used from the kit as we go. So tear and tape's in the kit, you don't have to worry about having that yourself. So I'm going to add a little bit of tear and tape to each of these 4 tabs. I don't know whether I use petal pink all that much. I suppose it depends on the DSP that matches with it. Okay, and if we turn it around the other way, this tab here will actually go on the inside of the box. So on the inside of the box, we're going to add tear and tape to these tabs as well. Okay. Now we can start pulling our tear and tape backings off. So these would make a great little, you know, thank you for coming birthday treat. If you go to a birthday party, this would make a really nice thank you for coming gift. Or if you just have, you know, someone in the office or a friend of yours having a birthday, this would make such a cute little gift idea to give to them for their birthday. Just a little special cake for their birthday with a nice little cute box to go with it. So we're just lining those edges up and pushing down on that tape. did that without sort of talking. So the edge of this tab is going to line up with the edge of this box. So make sure tear and tape has got a really strong hold, so you want to make sure that it's in the right spot before you push down. Okay. And then we can bring our sides down now as well. So taking the backings off. So everyone's going to have some really great ideas with alternatives for the kits. The links to those videos are in the description of this video, so go and check those out as soon as we're finished here. Please make sure that you watch till the end before going over and checking everyone else's. But while you're there, make sure that you give everyone a thumbs up if you've enjoyed their video, and leave them a comment as well. And if you haven't subscribed and you really liked their project that they did, subscribe to their channel as well. Okay, how cute is that? So let me get one of those angel slices. And if you haven't seen them, you can actually, here in Australia, you can get them in Coles and Woolies, so our main big supermarkets. These are what they are. There are tons and tons of different varieties as well, but I thought these were so cute. They're little angel cakes, but look at that. So cute. Fits in there perfectly. You could probably even add like a little bit of chocolate, maybe a tea bag, you know, whatever you have that you want to give to your friend or as a treat. So that's the box created. Let's bring in our little cute things. And I really didn't want to stick with this one because it's quite plain, but what I did think, which would look really great, is maybe something like the card base. That would look really nice. Or the other thing, which I really, really like, is this card base with the gold foiling, which I think that's what we're going to go with. So I'm going to cut this one down first. And I really don't know the measurements, so let me have a quick look. Maybe 4 by 1 3/4. Yeah. So I'm just going to cut this card base in half. What's really great is you could use, you know, another piece of cardstock, and you've got 2 card fronts then as well, if you don't want to use them as card bases. Do need to cut just a fraction more off there. One and 3. This is my older trimmer. I need to clean my tract out. There we go. Okay, much better. So 4 inches by 1 3/4. Oh, that's cute. Okay. And then I've got these that I could add to another card later. Okay, so I really like that. Let's have a look. I will need to look at these, but I also want to have a look quickly at these. Now that is a little bit lighter than my cardstock, but it's the same color, and that would be really cute. I need a cake or 2 or 3, which would look super cute. Again, that one's too big. That is so gorgeous, the strawberry cake. So we need, there's quite a few big ones, but there's also quite a few of these smaller ones. So I could either do 1 or I could do 3. The because there are quite a few in here. What do you think? We could make 3 across. That would look so pretty. And I do like that strip there. Okay, so I do like the strip. I think the 3 cakes across are really cute, but there's also really cute little cups. And maybe one of them with a cute cup. What else is there? I know there's like little macarons which I put on the last one. Oh, I'm not sure whether that's like a little cupcake, but that's cute. My big fat fingers are in the road. I think I really like that, and maybe the sentiment. Like, there's so many different things you could do. There's these little strawberries. Which are cute, but they don't look good on that. There's also some more flowers. That would look great, just popped up on there as well. So many different variations and things that you could do. I really do like that look. Do we need a white piece in? Indecisions, indecisions. And grab some glue. We're going to stick this down because I definitely know that I want that one there. And then that way my fat fingers will stop it from moving around. Now I really like that in there. But I'm just wondering, for sentiment's sake, maybe that's too skinny. Let's take a look at maybe the bigger one. So I created one, I had no idea what I wanted for the second one, which is why I'm pretty indecisive right now. It's too many options, that's my problem. No, don't like that. Okay, I'm not really sure about those. Move those to the side. I still really like this little design. And maybe for you, for this one, as the sentiment on there. I think that would be a great sentiment. And do we heat emboss in gold? Because we've got all the gold there. I think we might have to. Why not? Now, if I was making, you know, these for as a gift for someone attending my birthday, I don't think that I would be spending so much time and effort doing them. But I just really wanted to make something really cute for you guys and show you, you know, you can either make them really simple or pop them up a little bit, make them super fancy. I've got my gold embossing powder here. But how good would this be to just create these for your friends each time it's their birthday? Okay, so I do need to make sure that that's about there. Don't muck this up, Tracy. Lovely. That worked really well. I'm going to grab my heat tool and we'll just melt that powder. And we're also going to have to cut this little piece down as well. It's a little bit too long. But that's good because you can use it for another card, another project, another box. I've actually shown you previously using these kits that Stampin' Up provide to make a scrapbooking page. So if you haven't checked that out, have a look at that. That is using the Nutcracker tags. I actually haven't done that second page yet, so I did promise that I would create the second page and I just haven't gotten to it. I haven't done a lot of crafting since probably October. I've done very minimal crafting just because life has been super busy, so it's a nice little amount left over for another project. So I'm going to Benna cut this one. There's so much going on here that I haven't had a lot of crafting time, just doing the bare basics to keep up with groups. But I've got some ideas for scrapbooking this year and I cannot wait to get in and start doing that a lot more. Isn't that sweet? Okay, so I really like that. I think we might even pop that up, which will be fine because we can pop these pieces up as well. Everything can be popped up. Or maybe I just pop up this end. Yeah, I might just pop up that end because that gives us a nice little lift. Add a little bit of glue for the opposite side. That looks so sweet already. And I think I want to pop up the little cake. Very pretty colours in this set. Like the pastels. Now, if you would like this kit and you live in Australia, you can purchase that in my online store, and I would love it if you did. I have a nice thank you present for all my customers who purchase off me each month. So if you would like to purchase in my online store, I would love to be your demonstrator and help you in your creative journey. It's always so much fun creating. So we popped up our little, let's pop this up as well. We might as well pop everything up. It's not going to hurt, is it? Perfect. Now I didn't add any of that gold twine, so maybe we could do a little bow. Let's see. Let's see if I can pull that off. You may have some of this in your stash. My aim this year is to use a little bit of my retired product as well as buying new stuff, but using what I have in my stash as well. Okay. I think that's super cute, but I need to do that down this end. So if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I have tons and tons of retired product that I want to get using, especially DSP. I have a lot of DSP. Oh, that is so sweet. It's so small and delicate, perfect for this little treat box. So I might stick that under the little teapot. No, sorry, the teacup. Let's see how we can do that. Let's grab a little mini glue dot. I love this color. So sweet. So just popping that glue dot underneath there. Got a little bow in there, and that attaches perfectly. I really don't think that this little bow gold thread pops up quite as much as it does in real life. It is gorgeous. But how cute's that? Let's see, cake box with a beautiful sweet treat inside. So this would make such a sweet little gift for anyone on their birthday. And you know, it's just a little tiny piece of cake, so there's no guilt involved at all with it. So that's the first one, and the one that we created today. Thank you so much for joining me for the Global Monthly Video Hop for February. I hope that you've enjoyed today's projects. Maybe you'll give it a go, and don't overlook this beautiful set. It is called Birthday Fancy Kit, available now in the online store, in my online store, and wonderful cards. You can make little treats with them, so many different possibilities, and I'm sure you'll get so many different ideas from my friends in the Global Monthly Video Hop using kits as alternatives for different projects. So enjoy all those alternatives that you're going to get in this month's hop. Now, don't forget, we'll be back next month for another video hop, so please hit that subscribe. Please go and check out all the links and share the love with them as well, and I hope to see you again next month for another video. All right, everyone, thanks so much for spending a bit of time with me. I'll see you all soon. Bye.